So for this piano tutorial, we'll be learning the song Oceans in the key of D major. This song is by Hillsong, and I'll basically go through the song a little bit improvised, showing you guys and giving you guys different ideas for substitutions and passing chords. So I hope you guys can follow me along through this video, and if it's a little bit too quick, you can slow down the video and capture the chords a bit, right? So, and for those of you who have asked me about this software that I'm using to show the chords, it's all linked in the description below, right? So as I said, this song is in D major, but it starts off on the 6. And the way that I'm voicing the 6, and the majority of the chords that I voice are in a way that the melody stands out. So voice leading. That's I think the theoretical name for that term. So the melody in this case is B, right? Something like that. So the chord that I'm building uses B as the last note, all right? And my left hand is always active. I don't want to just play a single note or the octave. Let's try to use different extensions of the entire chord. So I play B with the 5th and the minor 7th. So and then I did a 7 and then a 1. So it's a 6-7-1 progression. For the 7, again, the 7 is more of a 5/7 if you think about it. It's a A major over C sharp. So the voicing that I'm using is this one right here. An easier way of visualizing this chord is by thinking of the A major add 2. I take the C sharp, which is the 3, and I bring it down an octave. Right? So, call me out upon the water. And then for D major, we can keep it simple, a sus2 voicing or add 2. And something I like about this chord, sort of a side note, this is popular in CCM songs. This chord right here, it tends to work out with every note in the major scale. So let's say if I went up the major scale and maintained my right hand the same, it sort of doesn't clash with all of the notes. It tends to be more in harmony, right? So that's a side note. But yeah, this is the chord that I use for the 1. Now the next chord is a 5, the great unknown, right? Where feet may fail, and then a 4. So let's use different passing chords before the 5 and also before the 4. For the 5, a passing chord that I use is this one right here, a E7 over A flat, right? And you can make it simple, something like this if your hands doesn't reach. And the reason I'm using E is because that's the secondary dominant. Sometimes when we ask ourselves what's a good passing chord before this one, we can simply go down the circle of fifths. So think about what's the 5th of the destination chord. What's the 5th of A? E. So we use a voicing for E before A. And let's do the same thing for the G chord. In this case, I use the D, which is the 5th of G. And something you may notice is this voicing includes this C sharp, which is sort of out there. It's a major 7th voicing, but why am I using this one? Again, I'm trying to maintain the melody of the song. In the song, it says, where feet may fail. So this melody stands out, so I use it for this chord. Feet may fail. And then we're on the 4 chord. All right, and this repeats again. It repeats and it goes back to the 6, right? So it goes into, and there I find you, right? So instead of just going straight to the 6, we can do a passing chord as well, using the same theory of that secondary dominant or that 5th of the destination chord. You can do something like this, and then we're on the 6. you want to catch that, just slow down the video using the little cogwheel on the lower right of the video, and you can sort of figure out the chords from there. Right, and now it goes into the chorus of the song, right? It ends, my faith will stand, right? And then it goes, and I will call upon your name. A very simple progression, just a 4, a 1, and then a 5. And we can play around with the voicings. And I will call upon your name. Something like this. And here what I'm doing again, this passing chord is simply a 5 to the 1. So from the secondary dominant of D, which is the 5, I just formed a voicing, and then I'm back onto the 1. So again, a different variation of the same thing. Passing chords right before the 4. 7, 1, 3, 5. We can even include a passing chord before the A. Let's see what happens if we include a passing chord right before each of the chords in this progression. So, and I will call upon your name. Dun, 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 dun. Right? Here I included even a 5-1-4, which is another passing chord option that we have before the 4. 5, 1, 4. So it's a way of landing on that 4. So 5, 1, 4. Sorry, 5, 1, 4. Dun, 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 dun. Again, using this half diminished chord right before the 5. And this is a good one. It's very easy to form. It's just an A flat. I go 3 half steps up and form a minor chord from there, and that gives you that half diminished sound. Right? Half diminished, and then we're on A. And now there's a part that it says where oceans rise, and the melody for that part is, right? We can play around with that melody and form chords with that melody, so that sounds even more fuller. Something like that, right? When oceans rise. Here I'm just playing D, A, B minor, 7th, again, voice leading, using that melody as my last note, A major, and G major, alright? When oceans rise. And here I'm using sort of a more reharmonized chord. Instead of going to the 5, I'm going to the E major. And something about reharms is that, again, when you maintain the melody, you can technically form any chord around that melody. In this case, the melody is E, so I just went with the E chord with a different voicing, right? E major. When am I and yours, right? Am I and I am yours. And here you can basically even use a passing chord before that 6 and I'm. So, in your embrace, passing chord, and I am yours, and you are mine. Oh. We're back to those first chords. So let's go on into the chorus of or the bridge of the song, which goes, take me deeper than, yeah, that part of the song. So the progression in this chord, in this part of the song is 6, then a 4, then a 1, very popular progression, wherever you, then a 5, right? A very popular progression in most songs. 6, 4, 1, 5. So we have the possibility of doing many things, even switching up the whole progression altogether. Let's switch it up. Instead of playing a 6, let's play something like this. 4, take me deeper than, 1, 3, and then a 2. You see, it still works out. Again, passing chord before the 2, and then we land on the 2. 5, 1, 4. Again, it's the purpose of these videos so that you guys can think outside of the box. You have many options, many different options of ways to travel to a different chord. So you can pull out from your different vocabulary of chords and progressions as ways of getting to that chord in a different manner. Right? And obviously in a church setting you might not want to do this. It depends on the environment that you're in, but it's a good way of expanding your vocabulary. Take me deeper than, right? So I'll basically play through the whole song now. That way you guys can have a better idea of what it sounds like all together. And remember, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. I try to upload a video every week. That way I can get through as many songs as possible. And please leave a like in the video. That helps out the channel. Only takes like 1 second. All right. So thank you all for your support. I'll play through the whole song now.